guys fought tonight. They gave us a chance to win. I thought, in the fourth quarter, we might have passed up one or two threes, I think, in the quarter, but I thought we did a pretty good job letting it fly. Obviously, we missed a lot in the fourth. I don't know what we were from the three-point line, but they didn't go in. I thought they were all pretty good shots. We ended up scoring 15 points that quarter, and that's what hurt us. But again, I thought, we did a pretty good job trying to touch the paint and spray it. I know Trey had a wide open one off of Foxy touching the paint in the right corner or the right side of the floor, and we got to keep letting it go, especially when teams collapse like they do on the dribble drive, like Atlanta did tonight on the dribble drive. We lost Atlanta a little bit in transition game, and to get it outscored 18-7 is a little tough. But our guys, we have to do a better job as a unit of taking away our opponent's transition. They got a couple of really, really easy ones, mainly because we were running to our man and not not playing our rules. But a heck of a job by Keon. I mean, we've been on him about, hey, if you're open, let that thing go. And tonight, he let it go. Yeah, he's a good shooter. He shot, 40-something% from the three when he was in the G League. I even think last year he was around 40, and so we know he can shoot the basketball. And it was great to see him step into it and let it fly tonight. At the end of the game, we got what we wanted. We got to stop. We wanted to go so they wouldn't make subs and bring defensive guys in the game. And Atlanta made a good play.
Hey, Coach. Was part of the game plan tonight to try to make Trey more of a playmaker rather than him beating you with scoring? And if so, how do you feel like you guys did in executing?
Thank you. Yeah, we didn't want him coming in here and getting 30-something and the game be easy for them. We wanted to see if somebody else could beat us, and they made enough plays to make it happen. And like I said, if somebody were to tell me that it's going to be a 1-point game and you're going to only score 14 points in the fourth quarter, I think obviously you give Atlanta credit. I'm not trying to take anything away from them, but we're better than 15 points in the fourth quarter. So I thought our game plan was pretty good. I thought it came down to us missing a handful of shots in that fourth quarter that we normally knock down, because on the flip side, we held them to 20. So our defense was pretty good too in that fourth quarter. We just didn't knock down the shots that were given to us at a consistent level. We didn't even have to do it at a high level, but at a consistent level in that last quarter.
Mike, I think 3 minutes left in the fourth. They hit a three. Foxy gets the technical foul. Do you think that swung the game? Was that the changing effort in this one, do you think?
I don't know. It's hard too, because where I'm sitting, man, he's got a lot of bodies coming at him, and he's getting bumped. And you look at a guy like Trey Young, and maybe because Trey Young sells it real good. Trey Young really flops his head and flops his body, does a heck of a job convincing the officials that he got hit, and that's why he's one of the league leaders in free throw attempts, and maybe Fox has to do a better job at that. I don't know, but when you're getting in the paint and you feel like you're getting hit and there's no call, it can be frustrating. And I was at the swinging point. I don't know, but still we got it to a one-possession game. At the end of the day, and like I said, I thought we had some wide open looks that we just didn't knock down.
Coach, obviously, you guys are asking a lot out of Keegan, on both sides of the floor. But do you feel like he's getting the looks he should get, or do you think you got to figure out a way to get him some easier looks?
I'm going to always try to figure out, not just for Keegan, but for all of our guys, how to get them easier looks, you know. And but in the same breath, similar to Keon, you know, Keon's got, if he's open, he's got to know he's open. He's got to let it fly. He caught the ball in the right corner, right in front of their bench, and he shot fake and drove it. And he had a small guy closing out to him, and he easy three to let it fly. And so all of our guys, I'm gonna continue to try to get them as easy looks as I can. But the same breath, if you're open, you got to let it fly, you know. And like and I talked to him because we're gonna try to post him up some, and we went to him and he made the little hook. We tried to go back to him in the same play, and again, this is something we haven't done for him in the past. So he's got to learn. But we try to go back to him next play, and his defender rode him all the way outside the 3-point line. And so he's got to be able to sit down in his spot and ask for the ball, be strong with it, and we'll get it to him, and then he's got to go to work, you know. And so, again, all our guys, if you're open, let it fly. Don't shot fake and drive into the defense. And then if a play is called for you, you got to make sure that you get to your spot and you control your spot and get the ball.
Mike, did you talk to the officials at the end of the game about the potential of Dyson Daniels stepping out of bounds and what was going on there at the end?
No, I couldn't see it from where I am, but you know, all of these, obviously our video guys saw it, and it looked like there was 0.9 seconds on the clock. It looked like he stepped out of bounds, and so you know, it'd be one of those things in the last 2-minute reports. If he did step out of bounds, you know, obviously the league would say, "Oops, I'm sorry, you guys lost." But he stepped out of bounds, and if he didn't, then you know they were right. But I didn't see it until I watched the video, and like I said, it looked like he was on the line, but I don't know.
And there's no way to review. Right?
What's that?
There's no way to ask for a review.
Well, because I think they just let the clock run, so there was no stoppage, and you know, so once the game is over, I think it's over. But again, from my vantage point, you know, because it was all the way down on the baseline, I couldn't see. Yeah.
Mike, some pretty significant swings in this game.
Yeah.
That 22-6 start for Atlanta, falling behind by 16, then building up an 11-point lead. But focusing on that start, was Atlanta doing anything specifically out of the gate that gave you guys troubles, or was it an energy issue? What did you see in those first 4, 5, 6 minutes?
Yeah, I thought we were a little flat, you know, to start. And again, Matt, man, obviously, you know, you got to go back and watch it because you might feel one thing, and then sometimes when you watch a film, you see another thing. But again, I thought to start the game, we got some wide open looks, and I'm gonna probably get crushed for this, but even Lynn's when his feet are set. We want him, if his guys and Domas, we want him to let it fly. Now, I don't want Lynn coming in and taking 6 threes, but it's early in the game. Capella was off him. He's open. Okay, go ahead and shoot the ball, and we'll see what happens. So you know, Kevin got a couple of good looks, and the one thing that I thought we could have done better was early on was touch the paint and spray it a little bit better. But I felt that they played off of our misses, and we were a little sluggish, and then when we did miss, we didn't react quick enough or with enough pop to get stops at the other end of the floor. It was just like one of those things where they kept gaining confidence. Thank you, guys.